how long did it take you to get from an idea to, let's say, launch? And what were some of the biggest, well, events or surprises that you have experienced along the road, along the ride, maybe? Yeah.
That is true. It took really like a full year to create the brand. And I would say like selecting your partners is one of the most important things in the process. It's challenging for a young brand because you're starting from scratch. So you really have to build from the ground up, but you have to be very selective with who you're going to work, that they share the same values and that there is a mutual trust. It's something that I did. I generally went through Italy and I knocked on so many doors before I found my current business partners. And I have some kind of family bond now with them. One of the examples that always stayed with me is when I was traveling through Italy to find my manufacturers. I found myself at the doorstep of one of my current manufacturers. He's an 80-year-old Italian artisan. He is...
And he's still working, 80 years old.
Still working. Oh. He runs his family atelier with his 2 sons. He's been doing this his whole life. And he might be not notorious to the outside world, but he is the man behind, you know, all the crafts for the haute couture luxury brands, such as, again, Loewe, Chanel, Louis Vuitton.
Not the smallest emerging brands. No,
exactly. And so he's still doing it every day because it's his passion. Because he loves it and he cares for his craft. He feels like, you know, every bag is a reflection of his honor for his work. So every stitch must be right. Everything that leaves his atelier must be right. It's not about shortcuts, but it's about doing things the right way. And so when I found myself at a table, it was not just a meeting with him. It was not a typical meeting as we know it, but it was a culture of involvement where his whole family joined, everyone participated. It was very lively, and there was a lot of passion for the craft and caring for creating something that is right and meaningful. I definitely had my fair share of challenges throughout this journey, but I very much believe that challenges always grow a person. I think...
Or a brand.
Exactly. You know, in life, we tend to not want to be in these challenging positions because it's hard and you're trying to find solutions for things you're struggling with and you haven't done it before, but you know, you have to go through it. That is really going to shape you. So embrace it. And afterwards, most of the times you look back and you're like, oh, actually, that was a good thing that happened to me. So to give you some examples, when we were planning the production, obviously it's a chain where one thing needs to be done before it goes to the next. And so packaging was important because when you have the finished bag, as soon as possible, they need to go into packaging because otherwise there will be dust on it and they need to be recleaned.
Of course.
And so that adds up to the fees that you have to pay. And so everything was pre-planned. The packaging was supposed to arrive, you know, 2 weeks before the bags would be finished. But our production partner for the packaging is also a bigger one that works with the bigger brands. So oftentimes we have to be flexible because when they get a bigger order, they're going to put it before us.
In all fairness,
that
makes sense, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But what ended up was that the packaging eventually arrived 2 months later than the pre-planned. But obviously, the manufacturer has so many bags laying around. They wanted everything to be shipped out as soon as possible. We wanted to be shipped out because we're planning to have the launch event and all of these things. But that causes like a major, you know, breakup in the planning. So there's so many things that you don't have at hand. Sometimes you have to solve at the same time. And sometimes it's also lean in the relationships that you have to find solutions for it. But what I also learned is afterwards, you're sometimes also happy with these things. So first, we're very stressed because everything had to be postponed. But that eventually led for us to launch around January, February 2024, which in the fashion calendar is quite a time where accessories are more in the picture. It's like accessory season. So that was actually a great thing because when we launched, we got so much organic press coverage in prestigious magazines like L'Officiel, Forbes France, Elle,
Well, you can do
Marie
worse.
Claire.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. Even like in local newspapers and magazines, that was nothing we expected. It was such a great, exciting, positive news that also gave us a boost in what we were doing. And so actually being late was a good thing, because it led us to really launch during the accessories season in the fashion calendar and get more traction and notice.
So a clear blessing in disguise, actually.
Exactly. And that's my point when I say, I think oftentimes, you know, when these things happen, accept it and it will fall into place. Sometimes you have to solve things, sometimes you have to accept things. And so you learn along the way how to navigate things way better. It's not always how you imagined it, and it's not always bad or good. It's all about navigating it and making sure, you know, you do the best of your ability to let things fall in their place as well.
Only pressure creates diamonds.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
well said.